It was a rainy, fog-shrouded night, the kind that distorts reality and makes even familiar streets seem foreign. My partner and I received a call about a possible break-in at an abandoned mansion on the outskirts of town. We knew it was going to be a challenging night when we arrived and saw the mansion, a dilapidated behemoth that looked like it had been plucked from a horror novel. As we approached the entrance, the overgrown vegetation seemed to clutch at us, as if warning us to turn back. The mansion's windows were shattered, and the wind whistled eerily through the broken panes. The sound of creaking floorboards underfoot was a constant reminder of the building's decay. Inside, the air was heavy with a musty scent, a blend of mold and time. Our flashlights cut through the darkness, revealing dust-covered furniture draped in tattered sheets. The place felt frozen in time, as if the last occupants had fled in haste. Cobwebs adorned every corner, like silent sentinels of a forgotten era. We followed faint noises deeper into the mansion, each footfall echoing through the cavernous hallways. The sense of unease grew with each step. It was as if the house itself was watching, waiting to reveal its secrets. We found a staircase that led us to the upper floors, and as we ascended, the atmosphere became even more suffocating. On the second floor, we discovered a room that looked untouched by time. The furniture was ornate, and a layer of dust covered everything like a shroud. But what caught our attention was a series of photographs strewn across a table. They depicted unsettling scenes, people with hollow eyes, their expressions contorted in fear and pain. There was a disturbing pattern emerging, a sense of violence and malevolence that seemed to seep from the very walls. Just as we were examining the photographs, a door creaked open down the hallway. We exchanged tense glances before carefully making our way towards the source of the sound. The room was pitch black, but our flashlights revealed an old, ornate mirror that dominated one wall. And in that mirror, I can't describe the terror I felt when I saw movement within it, movement that shouldn't have been there. My partner and I approached the mirror with trepidation, and as we shone our flashlights into its depths, the reflection seemed to warp and twist, revealing distorted and contorted figures that shouldn't have been present in the room. It was as if the mirror was a portal to some nightmarish realm, a place where the boundary between reality and the macabre had dissolved. We hastily backed away, our hearts pounding in our chests, and made our way out of the mansion as quickly as we could. The rain had intensified, adding to the sense of foreboding that still clung to us. The mansion seemed to recede into the mist, but its presence remained etched in our minds. That night left me with a chilling realization that there are places where darkness lingers, places that hold secrets too unsettling for the light of day. It was a stark reminder that as police officers, we often tread the fine line between the tangible horrors of the world and the inexplicable terrors that defy explanation. I remember one night that still sends shivers down my spine whenever I think about it. It was a cold, rainy evening, the kind that makes the world feel darker and more sinister than usual. My partner and I received a call about a domestic disturbance in an old, run-down apartment building on the outskirts of town. As we entered the building, the smell of decay and dampness hit us like a wall. The dimly lit hallway was almost suffocating, with flickering overhead lights casting eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper. We followed the sound of muffled shouting and stumbled upon a door that was slightly ajar. Inside, the scene was something out of a nightmare. A woman stood there, her face bruised and bloodied, tears streaming down her face. She was staring at a man, presumably her partner, who was seated in a corner, rocking back and forth, muttering to himself incoherently. But it wasn't just the sight of their physical condition that sent chills down my spine. The room was filled with a sickening stench, a combination of garbage, unwashed bodies, and something metallic. As I glanced around, my eyes fell upon a table covered in an assortment of knives, surgical tools, and other sharp objects. It looked like something straight out of a horror movie. I could hardly believe my eyes. It was like walking into a twisted serial killer's lair. My partner and I quickly assessed the situation, ensuring the woman received medical attention while we restrained the man. He barely resisted, as if he was in some sort of trance. It turned out he had a history of mental illness, and the apartment was filled with his disturbing artwork, depicting violent scenes and grotesque figures. As we waited for backup to arrive, I couldn't shake the feeling that we had stepped into a realm of pure darkness. The environment, the sights, and the overall energy of that place were unlike anything I had encountered before. It was a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human mind and the chilling things people are capable of. That incident stays with me, a haunting reminder that behind the uniform and the badge, there's a thin line separating us from the horrors we're sworn to protect society against. For more content like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.